As crazy as it seems, there are people who want war, because war creates power with incredible profits. However, using curious properties of links that we cannot see, the few can heal the many and end worldwide insanity. Learn more now. Hi, my name is Don Winfield, and thank you so much for visiting our page. Now, let me ask you a question. If there was a way for a small group of people to create world peace, heal each other, and to easily pay their own way, would you want to know about it? Hey, I was skeptical, and these videos share what I discovered as I researched an incredible claim and how it began to link to other proven results of different areas of research. Not theories, results. Now, first, how are you like Galileo and not like Cremonini? When Galileo discovered mountains on the moon, a skeptic named Cremonini refused to look through Galileo's telescope. Cremonini insisted that Aristotle had proved that the moon was a perfect sphere. So Cremonini refused to look through Galileo's telescope to see mountains on the moon. Mountains on the moon would have proved Aristotle, the Holy Inquisition, and mainstream science were wrong. Galileo questioned authority. We don't need everyone to quit following the crowd and discover why it's so important to question authority. We need a surprisingly small number to reach our quantum tipping point. We don't need everyone to agree with us. We don't need everyone to participate. We don't need to get into politics. No politicians. We don't have to go to court. No lawyers. Since you have read this far, you're probably one of the few who are willing to look through our newfangled telescope and explore what's possible. That makes you one of the few who would definitely be a great addition to grow our healing circles. And I think you're like Galileo, because of the curious coincidences leading you to this page. Plus, the program is a magnet for mavericks, heroes, heretics, with the courage to question mainstream beliefs. If you and I aren't willing to challenge our beliefs of what's possible, we are doomed to live in a reality of our own limitations. Shortly, you will find evidence of some outrageous claims. Just be willing to watch this all the way through and then try some of the experiments for yourself. What would you do if you knew we could create a group of volunteers who can create lasting world peace while helping and healing each other? Imagine that there was a way we can use new discoveries to unleash the magic of ancient sciences and new ones. The wisdom of crowds. I didn't believe this one. Quantum entanglement, morphic resonance, old and new energy healing techniques, open source project building, decentralization, imprinting technologies, frequencies of love, and worldwide healing circles that help us heal each other. Two open source healing technologies that we can use are PIPS, an open source world healing circle energy healing technology and transformation tool that uses the power of imagination to create paradigm shifts. EFT, emotional freedom technique, and there are others. Any relaxation, inner peace creating, or energy healing method can be used. Everyone may use the technology, technique, training, protocol, prayer, or meditation of their choice. There are also binaural beat audios that can entrain your brain into states of relaxation and other automated choices. WHC will supply video, audio, and text follow-alongs and reminders on our lifetime member site. They're simple and quick to do and learn. Plus, we offer imprinted tools and technology shortcuts too. You will learn how to activate your self-healing mechanisms and the power that comes when you heal and help each other. Imagine a world where you and I can create lasting world peace, enhance our health, heal each other, transform unhealthy cell phone EMF radiation to promote health instead, unleash the blessings that come from individual freedom with unfettered opportunity, and tap into the mysterious wisdom of crowds. Who says EMF is harmful? The Cellular Telephone Industry Association study, which was a 25 million, 10-year, 13-nation research project with 14,000 people. They noted that nearly a 300% increase occurred in genetic damage when human blood cells were exposed to cellular frequency band radiation, and that was at only 30 minutes per day for adults. But more importantly, you can test for yourself that too much EMF makes you about 30% weaker, less flexible, and disrupts your sense of balance. According to Dr. Glenn Rothfeld, at about age 46, you begin to lose 1% of your strength per year to age. That's a 30% loss, is like being 30 years older. Do you want to be 30 years older or protect yourself from EMF? We have links on our website that provides 161 studies confirming the harm of EMF and more, including videos. We can transform harmful EMF radiation from cell phones and almost everything electronic and change bad EMF into something much better to link us to World Healing Circles. Lifetime World Healing Circles receive member cards that protect you from harmful EMF radiations and link us to World Healing Circles. Your WHC link can cancel EMF overload, help us heal each other, create world peace, and more. We will prove your power to you. Does this sound familiar to you? You turn on the news and it's about death and destruction. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and the news is still about war, hate, and destruction. Do you feel guilty about the veterans you see who are crippled in mind or body? Many of them are homeless, driven by their demons and addictions, which are the gifts of war. Their minds are trying to deal with the insanity they did not cause and could not prevent. You and I are expected to support the killing and crippling of men, women, children, and infants. Then we're told that we must surrender our personal liberty, individual rights, and lifetime earnings in order to defend the country from countless enemies created by and for the benefit of the politically powerful. Monopolies and cartels thrive on fear, hate, and chaos. They make fortunes from war. Like all the members of the military profession, said Major General Smedley Butler, I never had a thought of my own until I left the service. My mental faculties remained in suspended animation while I obeyed the orders of higher-ups. This is typical with everyone in the military service. Mega corporations and the politically powerful are the beneficiaries of war. You and I and the soldiers on all sides doing the killing are victims just like those who are attacked, crippled, or slaughtered for the benefit of the ruling elites. There are no winners, just profits for the vultures. Wars create profit and power for the few while it destroys money, health, opportunity, and morality for everyone else. Evil thrives on successful manipulation. Once again, Major General Smedley Butler. War is a racket. It always has been, and is possibly the oldest, easily the most profitable, surely the most vicious. It is the only one international in scope. It is the only one in which the profits are reckoned in dollars and the losses in lives. Imagine a world where people like you and I quit supporting in any way the political elites who want war, profits, and power. Is it possible? This presentation shows some successful reasons why we can create change and how we can create even better answers by tapping into the wisdom of crowds. Watch our Wisdom of Crowds introductory information later in our next video presentation, Part 2. Imagine directing your dollars to your choices instead of paying for wars, monopoly profits, and other nonsense. A $25 loan or grant from folks like us to an organization like Kaiba.org can be combined to make $448 loans. Our combined dollars are loaned or gifted to start a business that allows a mother or a father to feed their starving children and rise from poverty forever. The average loan is $448 to launch a business in third world countries. Kaiba loaned $2,249,800 to 5,021 borrowers supplied by 25,814 people like you and I. The week this page was written, and it has a 99.02% repayment rate. What does Kaiba.org have to do with anything? Well, one bomber costs $250 million. The cost of the bomber is taken from our families while destroying homes, clean water infrastructure, electricity, sewer systems, hospitals, and farms. It murders other families a lot like ours. That $250 million could create 557,938 new businesses in third world countries who would thrive on 448 of startup capital, and that's only from one bomber. $250 million could build 5,000 $50,000 homes. Instead, our money is blown up along with the infrastructure, hospitals, and homes of others. It's lose-lose, and again, that's just one bomber. War monopolies will make incredible profits from the death and destruction and plant more seeds of hate. Hate and fear mean more profits and power for the 1%. Imagine if we could keep the 1.7 trillion death dollars spent each year so political elites can kill, invade, and conquer to promote monopoly profits and more power. Imagine using our money to elevate and create unfettered opportunity for all. If it were possible, will you choose the blessings that come with peace? Death and destruction dollars could fund 3,793,978,400 new businesses annually in third world countries through organizations like Kiva.org. Or let's assume we need 5,000 on average to create new businesses in first world countries. And most small businesses start with 5,000 or less. Apple Computers started with 1,350. Those death dollars could fund 186,698,920 new businesses each year in first world countries around the world. Almost anything is better than funding wars. Professor R.J. Rummel estimates that governments have murdered 262 million of their own citizens, men, women, children, and infants, under their own government's care and protection between 1900 and 1999. That's 299 of our fellow citizens murdered every hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, for 100 years by the governments who are supposed to be protecting us from lawlessness. Professor Rummel estimated that's 6 times the numbers killed in combat. Therefore, the political elite we need to worry about the most is always our own. Is it any wonder you and I have to struggle to make enough to scrape by after paying for the death, destruction, and wars of those petty gods? Can we see a different world through our telescopes? A world where we learn how to heal ourselves and each other, neutralizing and transforming harmful EMF radiation, how to heal our honeybees, how to create youth, health, fitness, and life extension, abundance creation, and world peace. I don't like war, and the political elite don't care. Politicians get elected by promising to get us out of or keep us out of war and other lies. Once elected, politicians continue to expand their empires and fortunes with lies, monopoly protection and promotion, and wars. There has been very little one individual or even several million could do to keep the political elite from manipulating our every choice to make certain that we remain ineffective. But times have changed. We don't have to win a war, win elections, win in court, live off the grid, or throw out the bums in charge. We'll explain some incredible discoveries that provide us the tools for transforming our world shortly. Even though this presentation mentions the political elite in D.C., the ruling elite is not located in one country. The 1% ruling elite are international and include the controllers of monopolies and cartels worldwide. Our rights and freedoms don't come from politicians, kings, or tyrants of any stripe. Our rights and freedoms don't come from Constitution, a Bill of Rights, the Magna Carta, man-made laws, not our religions, and they don't come from votes. Our rights and freedoms come from ourselves and each other, or not at all. The only way to protect our individual rights and freedoms, the source of abundance, peace, harmony, unfettered opportunity, health, morality, and justice, is to protect the individual rights and freedoms of those we neither like nor approve of. There is no other way. Where do wrong and right come from if they don't come from someone else telling us what we must do or by voting? Do we have our own internal resources and judgment we can use? Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? There are those who would have us believe everything good comes from politics. I don't think so. Individual freedom is step 2. Step 1 is helping people help each other. We can heal the fear and hate that make people crazy and easy for the 1% elite to manipulate. Discover how a small group can change our worlds. Information changes everything. One day I discovered an announcement so preposterous I figured it had to be another internet hoax. At the same time, it opened the door to possibilities so wonderful that I had to check it out, because it meant we could create a better world for all, and we could bypass all the dead-end hamster wheel solutions designed to defeat us and protect government of, by, and for the politically powerful. What was this new information that could change our worlds? in 1993 announced in advance, monitored by scientists, and in cooperation with the D.C. Police Department, the Permanent Peace Experiment in Washington, D.C. lowered the level of violence throughout the city by 23%. This experiment has been successfully duplicated in 50 other cities. Further experiments reduced the levels of war deaths in 2 wars, 70% less death in one and 76% less death in the other. What did they do? They flew 4,000 meditators trained in transcendental meditation into D.C. to meditate on peace. The objective was to lower violence by 20%. The amount was selected by the police chief as beyond the possibility of a statistical fluctuation. Violence was lowered by 23%, and that was just one of over 50 demonstrations to date. I wondered, could this be real or just another internet hoax? The article I stumbled upon said the book, Permanent Peace by Robert Oates, presented the story and provided where to get proof of the project's success. So I bought a copy. The book, Permanent Peace, lists the Peace Project's results, which it investigated, verified, and published in 23 peer-reviewed scientific journals, over 28 today. So, next. In Chapter 5, there is a list of 23 scientific publications that publish peer-reviewed results of the experiments. I looked them up online to make sure they existed. I called long distance and international information and got phone numbers to make certain no one had put up fictitious websites. I found it hard to even consider what they claimed, but I was willing to look through the telescope. I decided to buy a copy of one of the articles. I couldn't afford all of them. I figured if one article was as promised, probably all of them were. These are professional publications for small audiences. Access to their archives meant paying up to $1,500 membership fees to see one article. I did find one scientific publication where I could buy a downloadable PDF for only $25. It was titled The Effects of Group Practice of the Transcendental Meditation Program on Preventing Violent Crime in Washington, D.C. Results of the National Demonstration Project, June and July 1993. That was by Social Indicators Research, and it was from Kluwer Academic Publishers, printed in the Netherlands. So there they were, my first pieces of proof that change was possible to reduce violence using combined intention with meditation. So what went wrong? Why did this project stall? Before we look at why that organization is stalled, let's consider this question, or questions. How can you and I create lasting world peace starting from nothing when the organization that proved the possibility for creating world peace was reported to be worth between $3.6 to $5 billion in 2008 in real estate alone, not counting their other businesses, cash, etc.? The India Times reported in 2012 that the trustees were arguing over control of $9,420,000,000 according to court records. If a multi-billion-dollar organization can't succeed, how can you and I? How can you and I do better? Now that's a good question, and let's start by looking at these questions. How many meditators for peace does it take to have a positive effect on the entire world? Are there better tools in meditation? Why did crime go back up after the meditators stopped? A working formula for how many meditators it takes for world peace based on their research and results is it is the square root of 1% of the world population. At that time, the number calculated was 836 meditators were needed to meditate nonstop to create a world peace effect. Population has grown since 1993, so today the number is a little less than 8,575. Are there better tools in meditation? We'll explore that question in just a minute. Let's just note that meditation works better to reduce violence and war than mainstream political solutions that are now disproven, that violence is the best solution to end violence, and that war is the best way to end war. And if we can use better solutions in meditation, we can create miracles for all of us. Why did crime go back up after the meditators stopped? Was it because the meditators did not reduce the belief in the use of force by political elites? The structures of power remained, and power corrupts. Today, the Peace Experiment Meditation Group wants to build a temple in India. with over 40,000 meditators meditating nonstop in shifts 24 hours a day. They have successfully raised another $100 million for front-end expenses. Next, they want another $1 billion to earn $60 million a year in interest to pay for the annual operating expenses. Training is about $3,000 per person to take their higher level meditation training program, and it can take months. They want 8,500 plus meditating at all times, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the week, 365 days of the year. The meditators who will live in a temple in India are paid $125 per month. Their way of doing things is why we're seeking a better way. We are building a network of people from around the world who want peace and will take a few minutes each day to become peaceful and relaxed and join with our world healing circles. Create peace by taking a peace break to share peace. Use energy healing methods or relaxation techniques to create inner peace in and through all the names for love. Use technology to make it easier to heal ourselves and each other. Convert bad EMF to good EMF to help heal our worlds. Energy healing techniques have been proven to be more effective than meditation in almost every area. See part 2 of this video. The influence of intention has been proven to last beyond the time period used. We can do in minutes without training what takes meditators hours of daily meditation over months of time to achieve. We can use technology that you control as simply as flipping a light switch instead of using programs that take months and thousands of dollars in training cost. We're different from the meditation approach in a bunch of ways. With a brief introduction, our members can follow along with video, audio, or text to outperform meditation in a fraction of the time with better results. Imagine our members receiving technology that will protect them from all sources of harmful EMF, electromagnetic frequency radiation, as a benefit from working with us. Imagine if our technology only needs participants to use our exercises a few minutes each day from anywhere in the world, any time of the night or day. Imagine that we can link with millions of people who already know how to use any of these: EFT, TFT, the healing codes, Reiki, body code, quantum touch, Tai Chi, Qigong, power of intention, the one command, matrix energetics, or the hundreds of other energy healing technologies that people are already using all around the planet. And meditation works too. Can we outperform the existing meditators' results? The choices we make and the things that we test are based on the results each technology has actually and already created. The best way to know for sure we can do better is to do it. That's why we offer health, healing, EMF radiation protection, and other proven benefits so we can grow rapidly. We don't have to wait to start until we raise billions of dollars, march volunteers through long training programs, and move them into a temple. Our sessions open with the intention to create lasting world peace and create love in all of its names. We provide proven benefits that people want and are willing to pay for and or support in some other way to everyone who participates. We build our numbers with immediate benefits as we heal and help each other until we reach our tipping point for world peace. We need people like Galileo who build, improve, and look through telescopes. You are our supporters, evangelists, and volunteers. You are our mavericks, our heretics, and our heroes. We use a decentralized approach and open source for our own energy linking, peace creating, and healing technology. We are tapping into the power and wisdom of crowds and not depending on one all-knowing, charismatic guru. I read the book Wisdom of Crowds to pick it apart and know it was wrong. Whoops. I was wrong again. We'll look at the magic of crowds shortly. Our technology works really well for any area you need help with. WHC will offer training in how to do PIPs, that's power of imagination, paradigm shifts. We will host guest speakers using their methods of healing, linked in and through all the names of love. If our organization were to end up in the mess the Maharishi's organizations did, there will be plenty of alternative providers to pick up the slack. We don't charge $3,000 for meditation training that takes months to learn and benefit from. Our PIPs are open source, easy to learn, and easy to use with immediate benefits. Some of our training programs are free and most others are very affordable. Any of them can help you improve your life as we heal our worlds. And oh yeah, they work even better for most things than meditation. We offer a lifetime membership, so join now. Indiegogo crowdsource funding supporters review your choices to the right and below to learn more about our Mavericks, Heretics, and Heroes member packages. All WHC members receive protection from negative effects of EMF radiation from all sources. All will learn how to link to World Healing Circles to help us help. There are more energy healing technologies available than you can imagine. You are a source of healing. Your mind and imagination work even better linked through our World Healing Circle member cards, laser lights, or pendants. These are more than just training wheels. They make change easier. You can start using them immediately. WHC technology might be compared to a key. If you come to a locked gate in the wall, you can go over it, under it, or break through it. But it's a lot easier to use a key and open the gate. It may take months or years to learn how to be an effective meditator. WHC PIPs takes minutes. You just follow a video, an audio, or text until the steps are second nature. You can use our technology and or any of a huge number of other healing, inner peace creating relaxation techniques. We'll explore binaural brain synchronization tones, the Schumann planetary resonance frequency, light, music, pulse magnetics, and other technologies in our blog. Select your World Healing Circle Support Perk package and join today. These are not simple bribes. They are tools to use to help yourself and others. Get your EMF protection package and Healing Circles training invitations on their way. Select your package now and click the order button. Join with us. Help us help each other create a world we don't have to apologize to our children for. Click the button for the package of your choice. And may you live long, free, and loved and blessed. This is Don Winfield for WorldHealingCircles.com.